Oh, holy shit, I got it, finally.
Woo!
I'm here, I think, folks. Can you hear me? I'm here, my friends.
I got an ad first.
Let's go! We're Steve and the Roochin. Very cool. Holy shit. Sorry, everybody. That took way too long. Let me get up my phone so I can watch the chat here. Oh my goodness.
Look, it's Mallory.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Now I'm trying to get on the live myself. Okay. There we go. Sorry for serving everybody an ad. I did not know that it would do that right off the drop here. Okay, here we go. Got the live chat up here, looking at my phone. Let's play some freaking NHL 2008. How about that, my friends? We'll start with that, and then we'll go to some other stuff. So I'm here on my friendly emulator, PCSX2. I legally own a copy of NHL 2008 for the PC, but I don't have a disk drive. So, yeah. I had to watch a betting ad, just like the NHL would want. See, they let you choose when you're, like, doing monetization. You can say, like, hey, I would prefer to not do ads of this kind. And I was like, should I not do ads, like, should I not do betting ads? What are you telling me? Okay.
And the game is really loud compared to your voice.
Okay, well, let me turn that down. You can just talk to me, Sydney. You don't... sending text just makes me, like, look down at my... If you're gonna be here, you might as well say something. Okay. Alright. So, but yeah, the YouTube lets you, like, opt out of certain types of ads if you really don't like them. But, which, for me, I don't... Why is it huge? Hold on, let me shrink the game. Shrink. There we go. Sorry that I am so bad at this. I did not used to be, 6 months ago. Anyway. Yeah. But YouTube lets you, like, opt out of ads that you don't like, and for me, I don't know. I don't like sports betting, personally, that much. I think there's too much of it right now. But I figured the reason I opted into it and the reason they can run ads on my channel is I can take gambling companies' money and then say I don't like sports betting. I think it's annoying, and I think it's an infinite money glitch for, I don't know, like the Disney Corporation with, like, ESPN Bet, you know? So, I don't know. So I don't really... I'll take their money while I say that I don't like it. So, it is what it is. Let's go... So, I'm reading emails. Boy, I missed that in the NHL games. They had you reading the emails. Yes, these are the Chris Beckford Sue Thrashers. So, I don't know. We have 14 people in here, so that's more than I think we've ever had for a stream before. So welcome everybody. I'm glad to have everybody here. For those of you who are new to the channel or new to the live stream specifically, we're running a franchise in NHL 2008 that we fantasy drafted. They're doing horrifically, despite having a really loaded roster. Like, we got Jerome McGinley on the top line with Kodalik. Kodalik is one of the most wackly rated people in NHL I've ever seen in my life, because he was pretty good in real life, but he wasn't that good. But yeah, so you can look over our little roster here. Everybody's doing pretty badly. But we are currently riding the 51 overall Chris Beckford-Sue. Yeah, 8 overtime loss. Listen, we have John Tortorella coaching. We're getting to OT. That's all it's about. Chris Beckford-Sue, he's
I got another ad.
a 50. Oh man, he's like a 50 in basically everything. So he just is, you know. He's not very good, but he's here. Maybe I'll just turn off the ads, but they're on for now. If they get to be too much, somebody let me know. But all right, so that's the team, but we're riding Chris Beckford-Sue. So we all lovingly refer to him as CBT. I don't think ever played in the NHL. Maybe one game with the Blues, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But Chris Beckford-Sue is a legend, and we're currently riding him because all of our goalies up until then have been terrible. And I think we had somebody, and we said if Chris Beckford-Sue won the next game that we would trade our starting goalie away. And then Chris Beckford-Sue won the next game, so we traded our starting goalie away. So we're a little questionable in goal, but we're riding CBT right now. We have young Dion Phaneuf back when they thought he was going to be the next big dog. Jason Woolley, Shea Weber. Our defense is kind of weird. I like Dan Hamhuis and Marek Malik, but Sean Morrison along with Shea Weber. Sean Morrison's a little scary. Horrible Jason Woolley picture. 2 unskippable ads out of the gate. I've forgotten what they're for. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I only accept ads. I'm gonna turn it off so I can only take ads from multi-level marketing companies. So I don't Mallory, at this point I don't really care what the title is. I was just trying. Oh, it's good now? Great. Yeah. So I was just trying to get this thing rolling. Anyway. So that's the update on the team. We've lost. We're very bad. As you can see, we're 15th in the conference and 5th in the division, which is the bottom. There is no lower. There's no lower you can go, and we're in the gosh dang Southeast Division. So, it's kind of ugly. All right, so let's sim some games here, see how things are going. Also, I don't know why, but the number of shots in the game is incredibly low. Like, I wonder if you can sort by shooting percentage here. We lost again, so what a surprise. But I wonder if we can sort by shooting percentage. We'll go to player stats. Tim Connolly leading the league in points. Let's go, Tim Connolly. Welcome back. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to have everybody. Glad to have everybody here, even if you just stop in for like a couple minutes. It's cool to have everybody here in attendance. Jody Shelley shooting 100. I don't know. Yeah, like Alex Kovalev through 16 games has 24 shots and 7 goals. That's Martin Erat 30. Like, yeah, here we are. Basically, everybody in the league shooting 25%. Are the goalies that bad? Man, I need to know who leads rookie left wingers in shooting percentage. What are we doing? Alright, so the goalies, where's our save percentage? Oh, yes. Okay. It looks like all the goalies are bad. Except for a couple backups. And Evgeny Nabokov. Yeah, Evgeny Nabokov leads the lead with an 89 save percentage. Okay, all right. But an 89 save percentage and a 2.03 goals against. Uh, I. Okay. So yeah, as you can tell, the shots in the simulated games are really low. It's like borderline soccer save percentages here. Did we just win? We won! We won! Let's go! Gotta simulate every other game in the rest of the league. The owner's trust level. Listen, he's almost skeptical. He's like just above. He's just above faithless. So that's good. Scared to watch the Canes game. The Canes should. Canes. I don't know. I don't think those Devils are very good right now. But I think the Canes should be able to put them away. We're getting thumped once again. Are we putting up any points? I wish there was an easier way to see who scored. Shea Weber scored. That's nice. Good for him, man. Thomas Holmstrom. Thomas Holmstrom had a game. He had a goal and an assist. I gotta start scouting. I already looked. I went on here a little bit earlier. Yeah, you couldn't tell that. You couldn't tell that there was technical difficulty, like that I did preparations before this, but I did. I really did try. Oh, I can quick sim. Oh, what a moron am I for sitting there waiting for us to lose really slowly. Things aren't going well. Things aren't going well for the Thrashers. We gotta. The owner. We're facing a rival team. The owner wants us to make us proud. Mark Malik has been suspended for 2 days. What do you mean 2 days? Oh, the Canes are bad on the road. I didn't know that off the top of my head, but I've that's one of the Rock in Newark is one of 3 arenas that I have been to a game at. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a really nice setting. Are the Canes are the Canes good at home? Because they have horrific. Aren't they like routinely voted the worst place for away teams to visit? Like their like amenities and stuff for the opposition are really horrible. Because they're like their owner, I forget his name. Yes, they are, man. Yeah, I thought so. Because what's his face? The guy who owns them. The guy who ripped off a bunch of people to make $1 billion. He did subprime mortgages, but he won't. He just won't. I don't know why I can't think. I'm sorry. But he's like a super cheapskate. So, they were also the arena in North Carolina. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dundon. Yes. Thank you. Goodness, I don't know why I couldn't think of Dundon's name. But yeah, he seems like a jerk. And he's jerking around Nikishin or whatever his name is, the Russian kid. Like, they're trying to burn a year of his ELC. Well, they're trying to not burn a year of his ELC, and he really wants to burn a year of his ELC. Like, I wouldn't be messing around with the highly touted Russian prospects. Like, they'll just go home. Like, I'm not gonna jerk them around, you know. But I mean, they're a really well run franchise for like the consumer, you know. Like, they put on a really nice show. They have a lot of great presentation. They're always very successful, like, especially since Dundon came in. And he is willing to, like, spend money cap-wise, but it does seem like he will pinch every nickel out of every player once they're, like, in the franchise. So, I don't know. Our team is doing really badly. So who am I? Who am I to throw stones at you, Tom Dundon, when I can't even bring success to the hockey hotbed of Atlanta with my third line center Anze Kopitar? How's CBT doing? Okay. The 84% save percentage. The goals against average in the threes. But he's only 23. Like, maybe we just need to give him some time. The one that ripped people off and jerks people around. Oh, okay. That's it. That's good about Nikishin then. That's good. Shot playoff game. Live like 20 minutes away from Barry and Nicole. That's cool. I like the fast paced of the like I really like college hockey. Like I think it's like kind of like messy, you know. Like I like seeing the younger guys play and like make mistakes and stuff. Because sometimes the pro game is just so like refined that you don't get as much joy in the actual game itself, other than like the fact that it's this is the team that I root for. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dundon is the one that rips people off. Karmanos is the one that hates Mike Ilitch. Him and Mike Ilitch. Well, I guess Mike Ilitch is dead, but yeah, Karmanos is the one who had beef with Mike Ilitch, which I have looked in. I've wanted to. I think that'd be a good thing to make a video on. Like it's been suggested to me to make a video on Mike Ilitch. We won. We won. A game-winning goal from Marek Malik and a shutout by, I think, unfortunately, David Avisher. Whoa, we're in the Atlanta Post, baby. We're in the Atlanta Post in January 10th of 2008. What's hot on the ice? Yeah, we are. We're hot on the ice. Our first win in a lot of games. Yeah, Mike Ilitch can shut up. Sorry, Mike Ilitch. You and your $5 hot and readies. He's Mr. Caesar. That's Little Caesar himself, Mike Ilitch. Heard he? I assume Hartikainen would go higher. I love the Swiss National League. It's there's so many weird players in there. We'll do our as we do on many streams. We will do a stumbling through the elite prospects. Oh, also I don't know if you guys saw. There's my shorts aren't as high quality as my main videos, but I did make a short about same kind of beef with Dan Gill. Yeah, they're old, extremely rich guys. They have a lot of beef. They hate each other. Oh, but I'll talk about. I have a couple thought streams crossed, but with Karmanos, before I move on from that, it would be worthwhile to like make a video about Karmanos and Ilitch, but I've looked into it and I can't find exactly where that beef started. You know, like it's like, oh, he kicked Ilitch. I think Ilitch kicked Karmanos's like junior team that he was coaching or owned. Yeah, he kicked his junior team out of the Red Wings arena or whatever and made them move across town, or some arena that he lived in. This is off the top of my head. I'm not 1,000% on any of this, but I can't really find why he did that, like why he initially had beef, but I don't know. Yeah, Grubauer had enough red flag. Yeah, the Grubauer is I think Ron Francis did a bad job. Poor Dan Bilesma got the business end of Ron Francis stinking. Hold on, we gotta put our franchise on pause here, but I want to go into to talk about the National League and also talk about the Division 4. What was it? Division 4B? Is that? What's up, dude? Division 4B, is that the lowest division of the national championship? So I want to do a follow up on the short that I made in 15x speed or whatever about the Division 4A championship. So, all right, let's close out this for a second. It'll go black, but I will return. So Xing out. Well, close PCSX. What do I have open here? Alright, I just have my live streaming thing. And work. Come on, old girl. You can do it. There we go. Hooray. Iran fumbled hard. Yeah, and if you can't outsmart the armchair GMs, you're not cut out to be. It is true. Like, if you have to kind of have like a little bit of a brain. Okay, can I look up the National League? Yes, I'm gonna touch on both. We'll touch on the Swiss National League first, because you mentioned Ambry Piotta, which I have thought about. I've thought about making a video on them too. I don't know. There's one article. Yeah. It's this article. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. This article is all about how Ambry Piotta is weirdly tied to left-leaning politics in Switzerland. Like, there's a line in here. Yeah, where they hate Lugano. Like, their big rival. Ambry Piotta is this Swiss club that plays in a village of, like, a couple thousand. Like, fewer people than can fit in their arena, which until recently was a borderline, like, barn that they played out of, but could house a bunch of people, and those people went, like, nuts in there. It's really cool. Like, Piotta... Yeah, so you can see kind of in here, there's a bunch of, like, they do, like, European soccer style, like, fandom. They have a bunch of cutouts. They always have Alex Formenton jump scare. They always have, like, a big cutout of Geronimo to represent that they're, like... Oh, you can see it on the Google... That's cool. They always have, like, a cutout of Geronimo to represent that they're, like, this giant underdog. But, yeah, they're really... They're in this really tiny city. They barely have any money, like... But they're kept together. Like, all of their fans are fans of them because they're this little crappy team that has no money, which I think is really cool. But they really hate Lugano, and their goalie in, 2008 or whenever this was, he talked about his dislike for HC Lugano and called them the home of the worst capitalists, because Lugano is like this giant banking hub that has infinite money to spend on all sorts of imports, and Ambry doesn't. So... This is who Ambry has right now. The big name on their team is, of course, Dominic Kubalik. Dominic Kubalik is playing over there now. What are they doing stat-wise? Oh, Dominic Kubalik is leading them in scoring. Chris DiDomenico. He was an NHL player, I think. Did he make it up? No, he just stayed in the AHL. Oh, no, yeah, he did play. He played for the Senators. He had 10 points in 24 games. Good for him. And then he said, I'm going back to Switzerland. Thank you. That's enough. I'll be heading back to Switzerland. I wonder, do they have, they of course have standings on here, I think, right? Where's the NLA? Yeah, there you are. The NL. Okay, so can we start by wins? And Luzon. Who's on the top team? Yeah, there's Ambry barely avoiding. I think they do relegation, so there they are barely avoiding relegation because they're playoff qualifier loss, and HC Ajoie was saved from relegation. Okay. So who's on Luzon? Who? Unsigned goalie. Okay. Lawrence Pilot. Is that how his name's pronounced? Pilot? Pilute? Gale Haas. I think that's Gaten Haas's brother, for any Oilers fans in the chat. if you remember Gaten Haas. Okay, Yanni Kuokkanen played. Yes, it was moved. It was a... I don't think there was a full-on avalanche, but I think there was, about to be an avalanche. And they said, we gotta move you. Brendan Perlini, Michael Raffle, Antti Suomala... Tim Bozon. These are actual. These are actual, some of these guys could probably play in the NHL if they really, put their mind to coming back and eating a two-way contract for a little while. None of them have as many points as my man Dominic Kubalik, though. Okay, they're pretty good. This seems pretty good. Noted YouTuber Brendan oh, yeah, he does make YouTube videos now. Cahoon wasn't terrible. Is Cahoon on this team? Oh, yeah, he was. Cahoon was good. Yeah, Dominic Cahoon could play. Dominic Cahoon could still play when he went over there. I think he just wanted to go back to a country that partially spoke German, I think. Let's see. Who won the league? They lost in the final. ZSC won the league. So I think that's Zurich. Okay, don't know. Dean Kukulon! Okay. And Yannick Weber. I'd have sworn Yannick Weber would have been too old. Sven Andrighetto. Bro, these guys have every good Swiss player. I'm surprised Mark Streit isn't on defense. Can we remember Mike Camilleri in honor of the Habs Cap Series? Mike Camilleri was a beast. A guy that I don't know if I mentioned this in the Penn Series. A guy that I irrationally hated for years. For no reason. I thought that he... I was under the impression for a long time that he ran Daryl Sador, and that the people in the Bell Center clapped when Daryl Sador was hurt. This is with, the 2007 Penguins. Is that I thought that was Mike Camilleri. And then I did the math and, looked it up. And it was not Mike Camilleri. He was not on the Canadiens at that time. So it can't have been him. I think it was Michael Ryder, maybe. I kind of confused them and, made them one being that I didn't like for no reason. Because Mike Camilleri was a beast. He was so good. Dennis Morgan. Dennis Morgan, the number one candidate to have me go, wait, did they say Morgan? No, it's Dennis Morgan. FPHL. Season finished a little while ago. Their last place team already folded. Great. That's how you know a team's having success. There's one guy who I keep seeing on TikTok who plays in the ECHL, and he's like, yeah. So they ride buses as their primary form of transport. I thought it would be like a bus as in Malkin's Wario, straight up. I thought it would be like a bus as in like a Greyhound. Not like a Greyhound, but like, like a soccer team would travel on in high school or college or whatever. But no, they're like nice sleeper like tour bus kind of things, which it was like, oh, okay, good for the ECHL guys that they get to, and they have like a hotel paid for and stuff like that. I was like, oh, all right. But this guy's like, yep, we wrapped up our game at 11 and loaded on the bus at 11:30, and then we drove back home for a 12 p.m. start the next day. Like a back-to-back with one of them being a 12 p.m. start. Like playing hockey like 12 hours later. Like your equipment is still wet. Like it's like a tournament where you have to play multiple games in the same day. Yeah, shout out Derek Grant. Derek Grant was a decent player. I think he had a couple seasons with goals in the teens. Okay, he played really well with the B-Sens. Okay, not so good. Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim Ducks, 12 goals. Anaheim Ducks again with 14. I forgot that he went back to the Ducks after he was on the Penguins. And then he went to the Flyers, and then he said, I'm going back to the Ducks. Thank you. And he scored 15 goals again. Yeah, good for him. I mean, listen, they speak plenty of English over in Switzerland. They have a ton of rip to the Stockton Heat. Poor Stockton Heat. Man, 27 goals in 36 AHL games. Jeez. No wonder they called him up for no goals in 15 NHL games. But yeah, I mean, listen, they're pretty nice to expats in Switzerland. A lot of people speak English there, so I don't mind that. That's why I think Joe Thornton lives over there now. Like I think he just is a Swiss guy now. So good for him. Yeah, it looks like they beat Luzon in 5 or maybe 6. I don't know what is off this little list here. Okay, so let's go. Now that we've talked about the Swiss, let's talk about our friends here. Oh, I clicked on the Iranian National League, but that should get me where I'm going here. Oh, okay. So I've seen this. I've seen this before when I was researching the short about the Division 4 World Championship. I did notice this, which is KHL Medvesak, which is not a KHL team. It's in the Croatian league. But it gets me every time where I'm like, oh, holy shit, this guy played in the KHL. Wow. And then I look at it more in depth, and it's like, no, he played a game in the Croatian league just for a team that has KHL in their name. This guy had 40 goals with Icebox in Iran, which, shout out. But, yes, as I said, I thought there was a possibility. Yeah, 40 goals in 16 games. Yes, he is lighting up the Iranian men's league, which I think is probably what the deal is. So, all right, we're firing up D4 here. Sorry if my computer's screaming in pain. I think I need a new one. Maybe I can write it off. I had to pay taxes on YouTube for the first time. I had to bring out a file that these people had never seen in their gosh dang lives. All right, so as I predicted, I did predict a couple of things, and I did feel happy about this. This is my first time really looking at this. I watched an overview from a girl on TikTok that covers this stuff, but yeah, okay. So I know that Armenia won. I knew that. I think. Or it was Uzbekistan. Yeah, shows what I know. Hold on. Division 4 World Championship 2020, no. 2025 hockey. Where's the Wikipedia page? There it is. Okay. Alright, yeah, so Uzbekistan walked. But I think they had a tough time with Armenia in the final, if I remember correctly. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so we'll start at the beginning. So Indonesia... This is... Okay. So with 211 in attendance, Indonesia beat Iran 2-1. And as you may remember, I was like, I don't think Indonesia's any good. But I did not picture Iran losing to them. Iran has like a couple guys. They do have one guy who I think his highest level played was he played U16A in California and then played like Junior C. Like he's like as good as me. But I think he's around the same age too. So he's just it's like me on the team. And then some of these other teams, like I think Uzbekistan has KHL players and Armenia has KHL players. So it's a bit of a difference. Okay, so then Uzbekistan obliterates Kuwait. Uzbekistan, who, as far as I can tell, had one international game since the Soviet Union collapsed going into this tournament. And they just crush Kuwait. Kuwait, who has this guy, Ilya Drozdetskich, who is a guy my age, but he played in Russian juniors and the Russian equivalent of the AHL. Like, that's pretty good. And he tears up in these tournaments. He tore up in the Asian World Games. Like, this is not a guy who is pulling back at all when it's time to go against the... What's up? What's Hazel doing?
Well, first I got an ad, and then the dog was breathing weird.
Okay.
I think she's fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Alright. Sydney's back there. That's the woman that lives in my house. Just kidding. It's my girlfriend. Everybody. They know of your existence. I'm just kidding. Alright, but Drozdetskich he doesn't pull up when playing against like crappy teams. He is going to pad the stats. He's gonna like light people up. But yeah, he played in Russian juniors, Russian second and third league. So like a legit professional hockey player, you know. The Asian Winter Games or peak hockey. They're I think a slightly higher division of competition than this. Because I think I don't know who all would have been in it. Let's click on that real quick right before we go over to... Yeah, because they have South Korea. South Korea is crushing these teams. South Korea is good. Comparatively, you know. They had to host the Olympics. Japan isn't that bad either. Kazakhstan is actually good. This guy... Does Kuwait play him every minute of every game? Because these are like... Kazakhstan has KHL guys. Yeah, Japan's not bad. Japan's not bad at all. And I think that Kyrgyzstan and Turkmenistan are both generally okay-ish. And Hong Kong's not bad either. Like, these are much more legit teams than... But Kuwait is in there, and this guy scored 13 goals in 4 games. He had 7.25 points per game. What did he do that all in one game? That guy's wild. Hold on. Let's bring up... Can I see, are there any highlights of this man? No, that's Ilya Mikheyev. Kuwait. No. No, this is not what I want. Alright, fine. Ooh, I don't know why I keep clicking on that. Alright, so go back. So he's lighting it up with the Kuwait Stars. So shout out to Ilya. Yeah, Japan's women's team is good. How many of these countries have actual ice rinks? All of them, I think. If you go to the IIHF their actual thing, they have a list of countries, and you can click on it and see how many senior players they have, how many rinks they have, stuff like that. Which is interesting to me, I think. This game's worst streamed on YouTube. Can we just like watch one of those games? This isn't. Hold on. Okay, good. Can we just like watch one of those games? Can we watch? Let's see what the crazy ice hockey rink in Kuwait. Yeah, they got insane money in Kuwait. They also I forget if that's the one of the countries in that like Arabian Peninsula deal is it's like their Vegas. Like there's a phrase, I forget. It's Kuwait or Bahrain, I think, but I think they have the phrase Allah has no eyes in Kuwait, I think. So like it's what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, you know? Which I think is funny. Okay, so no, I don't want the top division teams. Give me the crap. Not the crap. That's mean. Member national associations. Yeah. Let's go. Alright. So how many ranks do we think Iran has? 4? 6! That's not bad. And also you get to see their jerseys, which incredible. A few months ago, Liechtenstein beat. Yes, the Development Cup is the very lowest, and I don't blame Liechtenstein as much for having. I mean, I guess they aren't as small as Luxembourg. I think they're the big one. Or is Luxembourg the big one? I forget. I'm sorry, my European stuff is off. But you can email all of these teams, by the way. Like, should I... What if I emailed the Mr. Ice Hockey at skiffed.ir, like the official Iranian ice hockey man, Dr. Abbas Nazarian. Luxembourg is larger than Liechtenstein. Okay, so Liechtenstein's the little tiny baby one, and Luxembourg's the bigger one. But yeah, the lion on there, or tiger, I think it's a lion, is extremely sick. Better go coach the Iranian team how to play the trap. The Iranians could play the trap. Look at, this is the face of some guys who could play the trap. These guys could lock it down. I like how it's like really old dudes, and then it looks like 15-year-old somewhere in there. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. Can you guys see my mouse? Yes. Okay, good. But there's like a little child mixed in with all of these Iranian men. Good for them, man. What's Kenya up to? The Kenyan Federation of Ice Sports. Oh yeah, they're the brand new one. They joined in September. Team captain's son, certainly, probably. Yeah, they just joined. They're the one that has they have like half a rink in a mall, and that's where they practice. Good for them. They rock. Jacques Lemaire to Iran. Yeah, I've wondered about that. Like, how much money do you think North Korea could offer, like, Mike Babcock to come and coach the North Korean national team? Like, I think he'd do it. I think he has a price. I think Mike Babcock has a price at this point to go and coach the the Korean national team. All right, so back to our friends in Division 4. Oh, I forgot to... Macau faced 111 shots? Oh. I'm doing a full rewatch of the Oilers. Started today. Sorry, I saw it. There's a bunch of chats that I missed. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Hong Kong and Macau, and the Hong Kong goalie plays 4 shots. That's very funny. I'm doing okay. I'm glad you're rewatching the Oilers series. I really like the Oilers series. I'm thinking about, now that it's been out for a little while, doing the putting it back up, you know, like doing the remake or whatever, like remastering it, correcting the one error about Jeff Gorton in there, talking about Vladdy Hockey. I forget his name. I forget his last name, but that was something that I wish that I had mentioned after I had wrote the whole script, is the Oilers bringing in this kid who they couldn't legally sign, and they thought he was like the truth. They brought him in and then couldn't sign him because he was still draft eligible. So they had to just send him back to juniors. That was funny. Yeah, Babcock almost coached the Sabres. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's not much of a difference. But yeah, so Uzbekistan blows Kuwait out of the water in Game 2. Then Armenia puts up a 24 burger on Malaysia. Here's the score sheet. Only 6 goals from Artem Kuznetsov, which his name doesn't end in YAN or IAN. I wonder if he moved to Armenia, but I remember him, the short guy. Oh yes, yeah, yeah, the little guy. I forget. Like I said, Vladdy Hockey is what they called him. Remembering Vadim Shipachev. Yeah. What was his NHL career? 3 games? Or did he come back for the playoffs or whatever? I wanted him to work out. I think he kind of got a raw deal, but I think he also probably was a little difficult. He seems like that kind of guy. Oh, Tigran Manukian. Yeah. Okay, where are you, Tigran Manukian? Yeah, there he is. He's up here at the top. This guy, I think this guy played in the KHL. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Tigran Manukian. He played 40 games for Admiral Vladivostok and had a goal. And Artem Kuznetsov had 6 goals. Where's he? Yeah, Artem Kuznetsov. Oh, man, he has a picture? Good luck. Oh, he played in the Russian 3rd League and played Russian juniors. Okay. But, like, legit, yeah, Kachev, yes. I think that is his name. Yeah, it's this guy. Looks like he plays for Omsk now. Yeah. Yeah. So, I think around here in 2014, after this season, the Oilers signed him, or brought him to training camp, but then they couldn't bring him in because he was still draft eligible, and then he ended up not getting drafted. Then he played pretty well in the Q, but then went back to, like, he never ended up playing with the Oilers, but he played a whole preseason with them until they figured out that he wasn't allowed to like join them, which is very funny. It's very Oilers, which I'm kind of sad that I didn't include it, because I think that was kind of when they were starting to get their act together, and then they made a weird mistake like that. But okay, so back to, where's my Wikipedia page? Oh, here it is. All right, so Armenia utterly stomps Malaysia. They do give up 3 goals. And Kuwait gives up 6 to Indonesia, but they win 15-6. Man. And then Iran beats Malaysia, and Armenia wins in overtime. Okay. Oh, they win in a shootout against Uzbekistan. And they packed the house for that one. How many set the highest attendance? Yeah, they packed the house for the Uzbekistan game. 489 people at Ice Arena Yerevan. And then Uzbekistan was, I don't know, mad that they lost in overtime and put up a 20 burger on Iran with 56 people there. And then Indonesia beats Malaysia, blah. Oh, man, Kuwait beat Armenia. Okay. Hold on. So, Uzbekistan beats Kuwait 13-3. Then, Uzbekistan loses to Armenia 3-2. Then Kuwait beats Armenia 5-4. What? What do you mean? Yeah, Babcock did almost coach that Blue Jackets team. And shout out to Billy Leno. I loved Billy Leno because he was on HPK and they had a really cool logo. HPK, Tom and Lena, helmet. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Logo. Yeah, there he is. There's the guy. That's sick. Yes, it is, sir. It's like, it's Tom and Jerry, where the dog's hitting Jerry on the head, and Jerry's hitting Tom, and Tom's hitting the dog. Vice versa, I think, but you know what I'm saying. Well, shout out to Armenia. Who scored the game winner? Drozdetsky. Of course it was. Can we watch this game? Hold on. I hope we can. Armenia versus Kuwait hockey. We can. We can. Oh, did you see? There was a Scott the Waz jump scare there for a second. Okay. I don't know. I have my computer muted so it doesn't echo for you guys, but is there commentary? I feel like there probably is not. I'm gonna try. Okay, it doesn't look like they're gonna have a score bug. That's fine. Is there commentary? Oh, okay. Got my popcorn and I am seated. That's right. If I'm conflicting with their, with the game's ooh, who is that? Who is that guy? Who are you? Shout out to him. Shout out to, either the mascot or a very enthusiastic furry hockey fan, which, you know, I'm glad they're supporting. Also, this game has 3,000 views. That's not bad. This game has more views than my playoff preview. Shout out! Is the goalie number 99? I'll wind it back. Because I don't know if we're gonna... No, he's number 69. And 96. They have 69 and 96. I like the little snowman back there. They got some people there. And they have our friend, Mr. Mascot, Mr. Cheering Man. Oh, they got a scoreboard in the corner. Alright, I'm glad I can at least see that. Okay, so, what number is... I'm gonna have to look at the... I want to see what numbers... Okay. Where's Drozdetsky? He's the Oh, he's on Kuwait. He's number 89. So number 89 on Kuwait is the man to watch. And where's Tigran Manukyan? Okay, Tigran Manukyan's wearing 97. 97, the man to watch. Okay. So those are the two, like, KHL guys. A skippable 15-second ad. Shout out. I hate the current YouTube ads, man. Oh, man, Scott the Wasp put out a new video. Sorry, guys, the stream's ending. I gotta go watch Scott. But, yeah, I don't... What is my favorite flag? Oh, that's a great question. I think I've always really liked the flag of Albania. It's a black eagle on a red background. I've always thought that was really striking. Okay. Kuwait's wearing blue. That's is that like a color? Yeah, great question, Ben. But is that like an important color to Kuwait? Like, I'm surprised they aren't wearing the like Pan-Arab colors. Yeah. Sydney's laughing in the background because I asked if blue was a color. It is. Oh, I don't know. No, people like flags. Kind of like Italy wearing blue. Oh, that's true, yeah. And I guess it's the same colors that they would use otherwise, you know? Like, the Pan-Arab colors are the same as the Italian colors. The gigantic, like, overcomplicated crest on their jerseys is so cool. Like, it's the lion and bird deal. That's so sick. Let me full screen this guy. I don't know. I have no idea if this is like a... Like, am I doing a crime? I don't think so. I don't think it's like... Oh, there he is. There's Tigran Manukyan, I think. Yeah, I think that's number 97. That's my guy. They move pretty well. Like, this isn't... Okay. The skating's not great, but... What's the coat of arms? Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the... There he is, Tigran. Right, I think they both are rocking the coat of arms on the front of their jersey, which, like... I don't know, I'm imagining if, like, the U.S. had... like, an eagle with the, like, Captain America... Not the OG Captain America shield, you know what I mean? With the stars on the top and the stripes. What replay did I miss? Oh, I missed Manukyan. Dangling. I'm gonna buffer ahead here. They gave us a score bug too, which I did not expect. Oh no, I went too far. Not sold on Armenia's blue pants. Well, their color scheme, which is like direct from their flag, the orange, blue, and red. It's a weird jersey. You know what it looks like is like the Denver Nuggets. Their like alternate jerseys kind of look like that. Is Tatavian getting into it with somebody? Oh, Tigran Manukyan's going after it. Oh, he's going after the ref. Indonesia really... Yeah, I would think so. I'll look at... I guess I should look at what systems these guys are running, you know? Okay, it looks like a 1-2-2 for Armenia. Who's wearing 99? Okay, hold on. Oh, Sarian Saghalatian is wearing Gretzky? Alright, man. Lots of... Man, these guys love to go offside. 89 is that's Drozdetsky legend shit. Yeah, it's true. Alright, that was pretty smooth. Blinded back there. A little catch and shoot action. I think he missed the net, but that's a big hoss there. I keep seeing him, number 9. That's a big fella. Yeah, he's a big man. I think that's one of the Russians too. One of the like KHL guys. Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit more. Oh, is this going to be a good replay? Okay, sure. Okay, that's the log lifter. the big man. I bet he could lift a log. Okay, looks like there's a goal coming up here. Okay. It's Drozdetsky. And he just... Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a man against boys. That's a real hockey player against a guy who plays in the semi-professional Armenian league. He just leaves him in the dust. That guy's 26. Drozdetsky. Like he's my age. He looks like it's been a hard 26 years for my guy. Like he looks weathered. Good for him. Okay, fast forwarding again. Low scoring affair here, really. Oh, they show the whole ice resurfacing process. Woo! 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 Alright, anyway. Oh, hold on. It looks... We'll stop back to that in a second. So we have to see this. When's Kuwait score? Like, instantly in this period? Means... Uh-huh. Yes, that's true. Oh, they must have scored before the end of the last period. I didn't see it. Was it under review? Oh, they're on the power play. Oh, and it's Drozdetsky. Oh. Whoa. What was going on there? Okay, so it's a great pass. Okay, an okay pass. Oh, and the goalie's saying that he got interfered with when his own guy ran him over. Okay, sure. Oh, no, it is. I do think that's interference. I'm going back to this tournament that happened a few weeks ago and saying I do kind of think that that's goaltender interference. But they say it's a good goal. Okay. We're fast forwarding once again. Is that a 3? No. I can only kind of tell. Okay. Man, Kuwait goes up 3-0. Okay, yeah. Here's their star. He takes the puck from behind his own red line, and goodbye. Leaves that guy in the dust. Fakes a slap shot, dangles around him, and does a beautiful setup. Oh my gosh! He did try to cover it with his blocker. He was desperate. Oh my gosh! The fake slap shot and just leave the guy in the dust. And he's not afraid, like, you would think, this guy knows he's the best player probably on the ice. He knows that. Shout out to this Kuwaiti guy who made the trip. But, he knows he's the best player on the ice. But he defers to his teammates. He passes plenty. And he makes it happen. They go 4-0. Oh my gosh. Well, whose stick just got blown into next month? What happened there? How did that happen? Okay, so there's draws. Oh, he's not even involved. These guys know how to celebrate, too. They're going apeshit on the bench. That's so cool. Good for them, man. That's one of the Croatian guys, like Bucdevic or something. It's the final score of this. It's a 5-4. Armenia's going to come screaming back. So Armenia is down 4 goals at the half. Okay, here they are. They're starting to. Guy with the full cage is gonna break it open. That's incredible. That guy is incredible hockey here. Look at Kuwait laying themselves on the line to block that shot. Oh, it's number 99 with the sick flow. He's become one of my favorites. He's set up for the blast right off the face-off. Okay. Yeah, a good hard-working goal. Look. Okay. What I love about this is how much it means to these guys. Because, like, at the end of the day, you're still out there. You're representing your country, you know? Like, and you're trying to grow this sport in your country. Like, look at how hyped the fans are for hockey in Armenia. They got the Vuvuzela. There's Big Man. The Big Man. Yeah, right. Oh, Dennis Grebishkov? Dennis Grebishkov, a quick memory of Dennis Grebishkov is that he has pretty incredible underlying numbers from his time with the Oilers. It's very funny, and it's like, oh, how? Like, this guy will be great once he gets on a good team, and then he gets on some good teams later in his career, and he has horrible underlying numbers. He was just pretty good with the Oilers, and nobody cared. A delayed penalty. The Armenian big rig. Okay, what's his name? Hold on. Number 9. That's Samvel Dovtian. Samvel Dovtian. What's he do? There he is, the big rig. What's he listed as? Sick. Oh man, he is 6'2". I was like, oh, 6'2", okay. 284 pounds. He's a defensive lineman. this is a big fella. And, like, pretty effective. Good for him. Because he can move around a little bit. To be, like, a borderline professional, like, defensive linemen are incredibly athletic, you know? Like, to carry around that much weight and be able to move like that. And he can move pretty well. He's, like, see, there he is. He's breaking it out. He's there in net front, and bang, he creates a goal. The big rig. He's mucking down low. See, there he is, net front presence. And there he is, mucking down low. He kicks it up high. And he gets over there, and bam, they put it in. Wow. Armenia's coming roaring back. The fans are going nuts. Here they come. Alright, another ice resurfacing. Looks like somebody's going to score right off the drop here from the little preview thing. Oh, he was dancing. That's Manukian, I think. That's the KHL guy. Yeah, 97. A weird area pass to nowhere. Okay, they're making a little bit of... He's stick handling. What a keep! Oh! Oh, man! And the rig! They cut to the rig! It's true. That guy, he's put him right in front of the net. Put Rasmussen right in front of the net. You see him? He's doing this. He's showing off the coat of arms on his chest. Look at Petulia. Oh, I think that was an editing mistake from the broadcast team. Okay, we have to do the replay ourselves. He just throws it on net. It should have come out. Like, I think it's because it's the goalie. Yes, the goalies are wearing 69 and 44. The other goalie on Armenia is wearing 96 for some reason. It should come out here. And he grabs it right on the line. Ref sees it, doesn't come over. And he has no room to do anything but shoot. Because he can't he can kind of try and bumper it to the rig, but it's going to get picked off. So he just turns and whips it. And it goes in. And he does the heartbreaker. He draws the heart and punches it. This guy rocks. He's tiny. He's like 5'7" or something. I think I saw him listed. The jersey grab for the international play it is so sick. That's so cool. Yeah, from all the way across the... Yeah, he's in his own... Oh, no, what happened? Is somebody hurt? That guy's got a Minnesota Wild hat? Of all the teams? Of all the teams to pick, he's... Yeah, I gotta choose the one that was invented in the late 90s, and... is consistently pretty good. Okay. Oh, jeez. Somebody went off on a freaking stretcher. What happened? They're just showing a bunch of replays. They must be down for a long time. Well, the Wild are out. Shout out to the Wild. That's so cool that they're giving Vegas a fight. Makes me happy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that morbidly curious to find out why this poor guy got hurt, but I'm glad he seems to be okay. So now Kuwait has had one of their guys taken off in a stretcher. They had a 4-0 lead. They have seen it shrink to a 1-goal lead. and they watched one of their guys go off in a stretcher. I don't know if I would be holding up very well at this point, you know? Like, I'd be rattled. The time's ticking down. Time is really ticking down. Okay, it looks like something's coming up here. Oh, he gets crushed! Oh, man. Blows his stick out of his hands and he can't get it until he goes back on side. Give it to D. What did they call there? Oh, off. And he mishandles it at the blue line. I don't know. I don't think that comes the whole way out. Sports heritage. It's true. I don't know if that comes out. Whatever. They're on the power play. You gotta look for number 97, Manoukian on the 1T. What a pass! Oh my gosh! That's the stretch pass through the D to the other wing, who then says, "No, I'm not gonna shoot it." He threads that through somehow to his other teammate, who then threads it back through. Because they're all freaked out because they're all pulled in. There's Drozdetsky killing penalties, by the way. It's true. I'm concerned with the D4 players. And they're pretty good. This guy is good. Manoukian can play. Alright, so they dish it over to him and he just blasts it home to tie the game. They're going, he's slamming into the wall. There's people jumping in the air. Look at that. Look at the equipment or media guy or a trainer, maybe. There's people are hugging each other. You're right. I gotta reach out to Tigran Manoukian. I wonder if he speaks English. Alright, so Armenia, it looks like, are going to force overtime. Yes, here we are in OT. A 5-minute overtime. Do they do 3-on-3? Oh, yeah, they do 3-on-3. Well, maybe they do 4-on-4. I don't know what it is to start, because I guess it would have the same penalty layout. Okay, it looks like they have a little run here. Yeah, it looks like it's 4-on-4 to start. Pretty good. I feel like that could be a video, you know? They're not bad. And they fought back here against Kuwait. Who's wearing the C for them? Is it the rig? No. Lots of replays here. Okay. Oh, no, they do 3-on-3. Or 4-on-4? Oh, it's a penalty. Somebody got penalized. Okay. They got a lot of open space for Tigran to cook. The big cat, Tigran Manoukian. The little cat. Tigran Manoukian. The little tiger. Oh, I thought he was putting that on. It's true. I'm sure in some of those 24-goal games, that's a 95% XG spread, you know? He's open. Cycle it up high and give it to him. He must not have the best one-timer in the world, because he's kind of wound up for it a couple times and not pulled the trigger. Oh, woman in the corner grabbing her head. Yeah, because he doesn't really want the 1T. He's set up in the shooter position, Yeah, like, that's not a serious... He's a good wrist shot. He puts a good wrist shot on there. There's Kuznetsov. They're cycling it back. Did they take Tigran off? They did not. They're leaving him on here. He's playing the whole 2 minutes. Kuznetsov, I think, is another, like, Russian juniors guy. Tipped up into the netting. The rig. I don't know. I don't know if I'm putting the rig out there for OT. I don't know if he's mobile enough. He's still out there. They still have... The rig! The rig! Oh! What a look. They regroup. Did the lighting change? Maybe it's just in my head. Okay. Who won this game? I'm not going to spoil it because I don't entirely remember. There's your answer. Whoops. Here he comes. It's Drozdetsky. He blows by the rig. I was telling them they shouldn't have had the rig out there for OT. And he does the Kuznetsov bird! He does the bird! Oh, man. He does the bird. Wow. Look at... Who is that? Alcashram? Okay. How big are you, Alcashram? Alcashram? He's not even... Okay, it's KH. Oh, am I on somebody's... Oh, I'm still on the regs page. Yes, it's truly an out-of-body experience to see Armenia come screaming back on home ice from down 4-0, and then our beloved big rig, Samvel Dovtian, gets turnstiled by a professional hockey player. Okay, hold on. We gotta keep going through this tournament. This is awesome. Alright. So... Alright. So we just watched Armenia and Kuwait, right? Sorry, I'm getting my chat back up. I wanted to refresh real quick. Okay, so then Uzbekistan brutalizes Indonesia and Kuwait 22-9. 22-9. What are you talking about, 22-9? Sorry, I'm trying. There's my chat. Al-Kashram. Okay. Okay, I'll click on him. He deserves to be clicked on. There he is. Abdulaziz Al-Kashran, who is 5'6", 154. You gotta be a little fella for me to be bigger than you. Yeah, well, the thing with the Uzbeks, and I am sorry that the Canes are losing. The thing with the Uzbeks is, we talked about it maybe before you joined in. The Uzbeks lost to Armenia. They lost to Armenia, but they crushed Kuwait. It's like high school hockey. This kind of thing happens in high school hockey. Shout out! We gotta bring up this Kuwait game. Malaysia versus Kuwait. shout out to whatever Armenian company is hosting all of these. That's very cool. We may not watch this whole game, but we'll watch some of it because there's going to be a lot of scoring. Ooh, Malaysia's looking sharp. Can we see? I'll wind back, see if I can get a little bit of a closer look at the jerseys. Oh, those are nice. The orange and black. Yes, yeah. The high school koozie. There's got to be people playing high school hockey, pulling out the koozie. You see some just war crime level celebrations in high school hockey. All right. So our friends in Kuwait, our Kuwaiti friends are in white this time with the Malaysians, and there goes one of the Malaysian guys. They're in orange and black. Bang. Oh. Okay. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Their goalie's so little. He's so little. How is he supposed to reach that? Realistically, I think they finish in. It's true. It's true. There goes a guy just slicing through everybody. Okay. Oh, that's the captain. That's Al-Hawadi, I think. Is that his name? Al-Hawadi? Okay, Malaysia's holding them off for a few minutes here. At this point, does not look like a game that's going to reach 20 goals. Oh, there's number 69. A lot of these guys like to wear 69, huh? Does that have the same connotation like in other? Oh, what a shot! Just put it right past him. I know. I really like Malaysia's jerseys. They're like they're a little flyery. Yeah, just a nicely placed shot. Yeah, Kuwait's goal. I wonder if Kuwait's playing their like backup for this. Like we're gonna put up a 20 spot on Malaysia, so we're playing the backup. Guys, start scoring goals. We gotta get to 20 here. It's still 1-1 halfway through the. What's going on? Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, they love the horns. Okay, set up on the power play. No, what's the forward doing? The forward's got to be higher. You got to get up there, brother. This guy's got to start doing something. This poor guy can barely skate. Now, will they rack up another one on this subsequent power play? I've never heard the early 90s Red Wings horn, but I will have to check it out. It's intriguing to me. I like to hear the different goal horns. Guys, Again, this is a game that goes... They score 29 goals in this game. How do they only have 3? Oh. Oh, that's a beer league goal. Did you see this? Watch this lady in the foreground. She's so pissed. She's like, come on. The long change is probably brutal. Oh, true. Yeah, they get slaughtered on the long change. Okay, Kuwait scored twice again. Okay. I thought he was going to lay that guy out. Look out. Oh, he missed. If they lift the puck, this goalie, it's curtains for this goalie. Yeah, right. Like I gotta watch her on every goal. Yeah, she's annoyed there. She's like walking around. Oh, oh, hold on. Let me move myself to see so that you guys can. Oh, sorry, I accidentally brought up. Let me move me in the top right corner for a second, so you can, on the next goal, you can see this lady going nuts. Okay, still 5-1. Let's see. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Okay, 7-3. Okay, looks like 8's coming up here pretty shortly. Alright, that's Drozdetsky. Oh, see, we can't see the lady on this side. We'll have to go to the third period before we leave this game. Yeah, if they lift the puck on this poor guy, he's down. Like, the puck is out, like, at the top of the circles, and my man is down. He has gone down. So when they lift the puck, it's over. He's getting screened by his own defenseman. They just shot it over him. Alright, let's skip ahead to the third. Oh, yeah, they're only up to 16 now. This is the lady that I'm talking about. She's here. I wonder if Malaysia pulls the goalie. They're only down 16-6. Oh, she clapped the flags together. She's like, let's go. Yeah, it's true. It's like if Darren Pang was playing right now. Bang. Oh, see, bad camera angle for our friend. Oh, she's pissed. Her friend is yelling. She's like, look at that. He sucks. They're not even giving us a chance. And this old lady between them is like, why did we fly the whole way out here? Oh no. Oh, they shake hands at the end. Goalie's wife? Yeah, probably. Oh, wait a second. This game wasn't supposed to be 22-8. Oh yeah, no, it's 22-9. Sorry, I was right. Whoops. Okay, what's our reaction on goal 22? Just reaming out the guy. He's leaving him out to dry. At what point do you... is that a different goalie than we started with? Yes, it is. They yanked the first kid. After how many goals? Where's the... Somewhere the goalie should be on this score sheet. Yeah, Matthias Yu, they he lets in 15, and they say, "Your night's over, buddy." Malaysia's ice hockey email host Outlook. Hold on, what's their email? LM Malaysia. Yes, soccer at like 7. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then they have to say good game to each other. They've been in since 2006. Yep, Malaysia Ice Hockey at Outlook.com. They don't have their own website. They're not messing around. They do have 6 ranks though, and 17 referees. Yeah, after 15 goals, they said, "Listen, Matthias, your night's over, buddy. You let in 15. That lady in the crowd saying, please, somebody put in Tanku Abdillah. Tanku Abdillah? Or just Tanku Abdillah? Somebody put in Tanku Abdillah. And then Tanku Abdillah comes in and lets up 7 on 12 shots. I think that was part of the problem. Was they should have stuck with you. They went to Abdillah. Bang. She doesn't even react anymore. She's waving the flag. She's saying, "Good game, guys." Woo! Woo! She's waving the flag. Tough break. Alright, so let's continue. After that vicious beating. And then, in case it wasn't enough, Uzbekistan gives them the business. Did they start you in this game? No, they started a different guy? They start their 3rd goalie? Is this the same? Uzbekistan? Yeah, Malaysia. Yeah. Wait, no. There's no way. Is he a skater? We're looking for you. Oh, no, it's his brother. It's Sean Nathaniel Yu. Brother or friend or maybe, I don't know. Oh, I was hoping that he would come out. Habs and Caps are going bananas. Let me check on that. Let me bring up the box score. Because I don't have Max on my computer, so I can't, live react to that game unless I go downstairs and watch on my TV. The small goals man gave them the lead. Shout out. I hope they win at least one. That'd be nice. Nico Heischer gave the Devils the lead, and also Kings Oilers. Shout out. Kings Oilers. A better series than I thought. Yeah, that's right. We've gotten a little sidetracked on remembering some guys, but oh no, did I just... Hold on. Okay, great. Okay, so... Malaysia, after you gives up 15 goals, they say you're not even playing in this next game. It looks like they start Muhammad M. Haikal. Alright. I don't know if the Twitter link posted it got through. There's a massive brawl. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hold on. No, it's okay. I gotta bring up X, the Everything app, real quick. My quick link to X, the Everything app, is my 4K downloader. Oh, hold on. Well, guys, have you seen the Peeps truck at the Wilkes-Barre playoff game? There's Tom Wilson getting bludgeoned. Yeah, I love Come on, somebody. Maybe does Sportsnet have it? We're discovering some guys. It's true. It's true. Yeah, no, it's about the D4 shenanigans here. Oh, they're playing the kid. The Dobesh or whatever. That's sick. Here we go. Okay. It looks like Dubois has him. Referee on the bench. That's so sick, man. That's so sick. NHL, don't get mad at me for watching these little clips. But that's so sick. Montreal getting high decibels. Oh, they sent him to the dressing room. Maybe hurt. I guess he's hurt. What did, is his name Jacob Dobesh? Dobesh, goalie. Yeah, I was right. Not usually a good sign when it takes me this long to find their hockey reference page, huh? He's 909 this year. Okay. Bench clearing brawl and the if they had the big rig on there, you think the big rig's losing a fight to Tom Wilson? I don't think so. I think he handles him. Well, you know what? Dobesh makes me think of I don't know how to spell his name, so I'll have to go through the Senators page. And it's not like the Senators would be playing him over Olmark, but I think about Levi Merilainen a lot. Is he hurt or something? Or did they just not want to waive Forsberg? Because he was really good this year. Maybe he wasn't as good later in the season or something. I don't know. You know, his last game was a shutout, and then they sent him down, never to be seen again. Or maybe he got hurt. I don't know. No, it looks like he shut it out. Poor Levy. Sorry, Levy. Anyway. Back to the real hockey that matters here. Alright, so. Kind of reminds me of 2023 Devin Levi. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Levi clearly needed more time to cook. I was bullish on him. I thought he was going to be really good, but it was clear that he needed some time. All right, so Uzbekistan blows out Malaysia, Armenia blows out Indonesia, and Kuwait blows out Iran. All right, so where's the championship? Do they have a championship? Or is that just it? Oh, that's just it. P. Yeah. Wow. So Uzbekistan gets promoted. Their only loss is in a shootout to Armenia. Armenia, their only loss is to Kuwait, and Kuwait their only loss is to Uzbekistan. So it's these three. Frankly, probably all three of these teams are too good for this division. I don't know what's going on with division. Oh, I don't want to see 2026. I want to see 2025. Yeah, an average height of 5'8", an average weight of 157. Uh-huh. Yeah, not the biggest fellas. Yeah, so... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, no, I was right. Oh, this already happened, too. Right? No, this is Division 3. We went Division 3B. Where's Division 3B? Oh, okay, so there's Group A. Where's Group B? Oh, so they put all of Division 3 on the same thing. So who's coming down? Oh, nobody yet. We don't know. Oh, Mongolia could come down. I think Mongolia is pretty good, though. I think they could feasibly jump these guys. They have a couple pros. But yes, right. It's kind of weird that they just do the group stage. How much could I feasibly travel to Querétaro, Mexico? Where is it? Querétaro. Starts in a week. Okay. That's enough time for me to make arrangements. Querétaro, Mexico. Where is it on the map? Oh, okay. It's like right in the middle. Kind of by Mexico City. I wonder where that is on the go there, don't go there scale. I think it's probably okay because it's by Mexico City. Like, I think it's like here that's a little sketch. But it's not on like the Yucatan or anything. I'm kind of surprised it isn't in like Mexico City. I would figure they would have a rank. Biggest city in North America. Gosh darn it. Splitting focus between that and U18s in Dallas. Oh, sure. Okay, so. Oh, you know what? You know what I was going to do? I was going to break out. I was going to fire up this Word document. You could. There was a preview of various things that I'm writing here. If you really care that much, right here I have written in white ink the all channel all-star team, Montreal and Washington. Yeah, them bludgeoning each other. Are they still doing it? Are they doing it more? Oh, Montreal is up again. Okay, so Ovi comes screaming in and ties it. Okay. I'm trying to watch these clips as short as possible. Who... I don't know who scored that. That's pretty cool. Is that Dvorak? No, 29. Oh, it's Line. They're chanting Olay? Bro. Man. The Olay chant? That's how you know it's real. I've been to Quebec once in my life. I'd love to return. It was so cool. Alright. So I'm going to quickly start revealing the all-channel team. I think this should be the first. I have two lines. So if somebody you see isn't immediately.
I don't think your screen's changing to your Word doc.
Oh, sorry. Let's change that. Where's my Word? There it is. There's my Word document. I forgot because it's not the web browser, so I had to switch it. Okay, so let's do the forwards first. Oh, I forgot that I wrote that in white as well. Okay, let's do the forwards first. First line, we have Marty Natchez with Tim Connolly and Pascal Dupuis. This is the first team, second team. They're all of equal value to me. Marty Natchez I made a whole video on, and then made a sequel to that video, and will likely make a sequel to that video. I don't know. They're fun. I like the Natchez Award. I like giving it away. It's for the most clutch man in the regular season. I guess it's technically already decided. I could start working on it right now. Center Tim Connolly. He's the intro to my Sabres video. He's so sick. His skill was incredible. He was so cool. And Pascal Dupuis, one of my favorite players ever. Probably my favorite player ever. And I don't know, he was so cool. And he had the great story about the blood clots and fighting through that, getting to kind of be a part of the Cup team, and obviously being a part of the Cup team in 2009. Defense, we have Oscar Klefbom and Brian Campbell. Oscar, two guys who never really got their due. If the Oilers had Oscar Klefbom right now, man, he'd be such a good fit for that team. He was so good. They probably don't sign Darnell Nurse to the massive Darnell Nurse contract. He was so cool. I love Klefbom. And Brian Campbell, one of the most underrated defensemen of all time. Like, a super analytics darling. He was so sick. Alright, and first guy in the net, we have Thomas Vokoun, of course. Thomas Vokoun is... He's the profile picture. I said it in the Hall of Fame court video, but he's the profile picture. He was like the center of the first video on this channel that got views, which was very weird. I started doing this channel. Fun fact. I started doing this channel. My first two videos, the two Panther videos, which I have no idea how this first video has 10,000 views. It's kind of messy. It gets really loud for the highlights, and it was before I learned to turn my mic around. I mean, the story's nice, but I'm glad people watch it. It has no thumbnail. This one's thumbnail is in the wrong resolution for YouTube, so it looks weird if you see it at the wrong time, because you're supposed to be able to see Dale Talon creeping in the corner there, but it can only see the top of his head. I have to fix that. Huh? Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to change my screen. Sorry, everybody. That's why I have Sydney here. Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, now it's black. What have I done? There we go. But yeah, I don't know how this first video got many views. Yes, you are right that the Phil Collins Panther intro vid, the cover of that video is so funny. Them going around to all of these dudes who are treating Florida like a retirement home, and Joe Newendike and Todd Bertuzzi and Ed Belfour, just them like playing cards or whatever and nodding. And then Jokinen turns into a cat. I feel semi responsible for that video coming back into the zeitgeist, because I've seen people kind of start to talk about it again, and I feel like I might have started the ball rolling on that. I obviously did not make the video, nor did I post it. I just found it, but it is so funny. Thailand Poo 77. I'm not looking into that. And then this video was like the first one that got any views on the channel. But it is like a heist thing. They're getting to get bald men nodding at each other. Yes, exactly. But I made these first two videos as two projects for a class that I was in, like my last semester of college. And I don't know. I was like, well, I guess I'll make like a couple hockey videos that are at least good. And like if they do anything, like I'll start to start making them. Yeah. Hashtag typing is so funny. A lot of if I find one of those, Adam Oates looking for loose rebounds is another one that I love. If I find a stupid commercial, I'm almost definitely putting it in the video, like, because they're so funny to me. I will drag the pacing of the video to a screeching halt if it means putting in a stupid joke. Like, I think Adam Oates and Loose Rebounds is in the Jason Allison video. But yeah, those are like my favorite things to find. And I don't know how I come across them. Like, I think I just type, like, I don't know. It's commercial. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, we'll watch it together.
Time on Earth, the pursuit of a goal is relentless. Here, Adam Oates patrols the offensive zone, searching for loose rebounds.
So he left you, huh?
Not even a note. He sees an opening and makes his move.
You want to talk about it? You know, people say I'm a good listener.
You're offsides.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's the coolest game on Earth. It's so sick. The commercial's so funny. One of the most underrated players ever. This was posted 18 years ago in November of 2006 by Snoraki, who seems to have posted. Oh, look, there's more Nike commercial. I'll watch these eventually. But it looks like he mostly posts like his kids' hockey highlights, you know. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah.
Time on Earth, the pursuit of a goal.
They used to really be having these guys do some funny stuff. But yeah, there's a bunch of, honestly, if you search blank commercial, you can find some stuff. Here's Adam Oates and Jeff Halpern. Adam Oates, Rod Brindamore got a Nike commercial. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I'll fire it up. I won't be able to listen to it because I don't want to give you guys an echo. But
Great ideas.
Ex-Panthers goalie comes back as a okay. Hold. All right, fine. I'll listen to it. I'll mute my own mic for a second. Okay.
Not the smartest of criminals. I'll give him one thing, he had a nice mask.
I have a goalie stick and a sharp skate.
Sir, this is a bank. The hockey rink is down on your right.
What seems to be the problem? Give me some money. Is this a robbery?
I couldn't stop him! Unable to stop Rod Brindamore, goaltender Lee Worley turns to a life of crime.
Who robs a bank with a skate?
We caught him with some hard-nosed police work.
Well, that, and his name was on the back of his jersey.
I gotta be honest, the Rod Brindamore commercial.
Hey y'all!
Scott, get out of here. The Rod Brindamore commercial. A little light on the Rod Brindamore, I would say. Yeah, I mean that's all like the. Yeah, right. Like all of the '90s commercial. That's all like the that's all during the NHL is hot and the NBA is not kind of era. Nice. Do you know what major video series you're going to do? I would kill for it. So I don't know. Right now I am writing I'm writing Stars 2. I'm writing the 2016 Stars. It's like pretty close to done. I have to finish up the last playoff series and write like a conclusion. But it's pretty close to done. I'm hoping to have it out next week, but we'll see how it goes. Things have been kind of slowing down a little bit around here. I'm also writing this one, which is Hockey Speedrunners. I won't spoil it. It'll be fun.
Did you try to change something again?
Oh. Sorry. Sorry. Back to Word.
On me. Oh my gosh.
I actually want the other word. Whatever. Can I get to the... Oh, okay. It's not showing what I want it to show. Whatever. Okay, so I'm writing like a couple things. I don't know why it won't register that this is another thing that I wanted to click on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. This is what I wanted to show. This is what I'm looking at. I know it wasn't the most popular video, like the Jason. There are a lot of videos that I really liked doing that did not do super well. Obviously, wouldn't be love for the Hall of Famers from like the 50s who have 90 points in 3. Yeah, I'd love to do a lot of like the older stuff. I have no idea how well it would do or not, but I'd like to like talk about those guys. But yeah, here's what I'm currently writing. I'll show you guys what's going on. So I have, is this showing up correctly? Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry, I'm really bad with OBS, as you can probably tell by the delayed start time of this whole process. But yeah, I'm writing 2016 Stars. That's this. I'm writing Hockey Speedrunners, which is it's gonna be cool. I'm not gonna spoil it more than that, but I had to make a chart for it. I wrote TMH Canes, as you can see. I did my playoff fun ranking. I'm also like kind of working on this in the background. I think it could be like the next bigger series. It's called The Bad Teams That Built the Blackhawks, and it's about like the Blackhawks before they got all of their franchise guys and like the sucky teams that had to exist for them to draft that high. So that's what I'm working on at this present second. But I think the Stars video and the Speedrunners video are probably the next two like real videos that come out. And then probably the Most Hated Hawks, but I haven't started writing that quite yet. Get this out of here. Close this. Okay, so let's finish going over the All-Star team here. I gotta move you guys over to the... Ta-da! Okay. How is it researching the Most Hated? Yeah, the Korea and Suter incident was, it's like fairly well documented. I did a lot of the research through like articles from the LA Times that I obviously credited in the video. To find out what thing that I'm doing, it sounds stupid, but every time I go to Reddit, like the team Reddit, and I say the same thing, hey, I'm making a video series called about the most hated player by each team, and I want to know who your team's most hated player is. It could be a person who played for your team. It could be a person who does this, blah, blah, blah. And and people always respond, which is really nice. So if you can go on my like Reddit page and see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit difficult to research sometimes. Yeah, that's interesting. I usually don't. You can sometimes find stuff through like links on Wikipedia, but like not about specific things like that, like just like very general topics. I usually just like hammer away at on Google and hope that and like quote search the date and stuff like that so that it'll actually give me articles from 2015 and stuff like that, or whatever year that I'm looking for. Like, I've kind of run into that a little bit with the Stars video, but cataloged every game recap. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that's the exact thing, is what there is and isn't footage of. That was the tough thing with... Oh no, I dropped Artemi Panarin on the ground. Sorry, I have the little guys that I picked up, and I threw Artemi Panarin to the ground. Turns out, Mikhail Granlund's still on the shelf. He's still in the playoffs. I had written and scratched about Boyd Gordo. Oh yeah, Gordo. Fourth line. Right. It's hard to... You have to... The part of the reason I covered the era that I cover, like mostly the post-cap era, post-advanced statistics, is because, one, I'm almost always going to have some degree of footage, right? Like, somebody will have posted the highlights on YouTube, and it's like different guys for each like era of the cap era. Like every couple years it switches over. Even for the Eric Cole thing, it was hard to find actual highlights from like individual games. Like you could find like an Eric Cole highlight reel, which I would really cut things out of because I don't like to use, like edits that people make, like if somebody takes the time to make a highlight video, I'm not going to just like put a big chunk of the highlight video into my thing. Like I'll cut individual highlights out of it, but I'm not going to like post the whole guy. But I like to be able to like actually see the games. Like with the Jason Allison video, it has almost every piece of Jason Allison footage that I could find on YouTube. With the Eric Cole thing, I had to watch a couple things, yeah. Yes, yeah, the Hawks one is likely. It's careening toward a former Oiler, shall we say. But yeah, I like to have some degree of footage, which is why I cover the post-cap era, because most of it's on YouTube. I like to have the advanced statistics that are offered from 2008, 2009 on. Because then even if I don't have footage, I have some sort of insight into like the degree that how good a player is or something like that. Even if I can't like watch them myself. And also, like, they're guys that I'm more familiar with, so I kind of know what their deal is even before I go into looking at them. Covering older stuff, it's harder because you almost have to... You can find games. They're there. There are some of them, but you kind of have to do, like, a preliminary search. And it's a lot easier for some teams than others. Like, it's really hard to find videos for small market teams. Like, the Hurricanes for the Eric Cole video from, like, that 03 and 04 seasons where they weren't very good. It's hard to find footage for those teams just because they had a much smaller fan base, And the same with, like, the Panthers or Coyotes and stuff like that. Whereas, like, the Leafs or Canadiens, it's easier to find that kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't know. It is tough to find articles for that that sort of thing. You just it just takes a long time. Is like the main problem. All right, so let's go into the second team here. Our second line of forwards: Alashemsky, Jason Allison, and David Booth. Yeah, I'll talk about these guys in a second, but I will address the J Fresh shout out, which was really cool. Like I've followed him for a long time. He seems like a nice enough guy. I mean, he has bad takes sometimes, but who doesn't? A lot of people yell at him, I think, a lot more than he deserves. But yeah, I've always liked his stuff. I've subscribed to his Patreon and stuff, and he's a Penguins fan too. So he's about the same age as me. So it was really cool. Like how I noticed the like initial one, like I hadn't seen that he had like shouted me out on there until I saw there was a weird spike in the views for Penguins 3. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, I wonder where those are coming from. Like, I wonder if somebody shared it somewhere. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, looks like somebody shared like an external link somewhere. Like, that's cool. I wonder if like Josh tweeted it out or something like that. Like he was in it. So I wondered if Josh Yohe had tweeted it out. And then somebody who follows me tagged me, my Twitter, in it. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. So that was really nice. That was really nice to see. It's like when Pinel's Graham shouted me out pretty early into the channel's life. I had gotten some, and I mentioned it in the video, for Sabres 1, I got one of the games I just could not find. So I had to like chop a little piece of his video out and like put it into mine and like credited it and linked his channel. But I think that's like how he saw that my channel existed. And then he shouted me out like not long after, and we had never talked. We've obviously talked since then because I worked on his LOHL video, which was really cool. I was really glad to get to be a part of that. That was very cool. Yeah, he commented on one of my older videos and just said like, hey, do you want to collab? And I messaged him on Discord and was like, hey, yeah, sure, that sounds great. It was a lot of fun. It didn't take an extreme amount of work for me. I only had to re-record one little part, but it was really cool. I'm very thankful for the people who like are kind enough to shout me out in that kind of way. The NHL should be bros and put their stuff on archives on YouTube. They should do what the WWE does with like every WWE everything is on Peacock. I mean, except for some things that they scrub, but you know what I mean. Like almost everything is on there, which I wish that the NHL would do. I would even pay for it, but I don't think they're going to do that, unfortunately. Sorry, I have to drink again. Yeah, I would love to watch, like, games from the 50s, you know? Yeah, well, there's highlights from 06, 07, and 07, 08 on, like, the official NHL page. And then there's a weird dead zone from, like, 2009 to 2011 that I ran into this when I was doing the Penguins video, like, the beginning of that Penguins video, where people don't, like, it took random people posting the highlights from NHL.com, which was weird. So, and then eventually the NHL started posting it again. There's an account called, like, LeBron 1090 or something like that posts a bunch of highlights. It's where I got a lot of the ones for the Stars video. But Right. Yeah. It's you can buy stuff from like. Let me switch to my. Let me switch to my. Come on. Come up. Come on. Come up. Yeah, okay. Sorry, we're back in Querétaro, Mexico. But you can go to, like... It's called, like... Yeah, hockeydvds.com. And this is where, like... I know that Pinwheels Graham buys a lot of his stuff on here. Like he'll just buy the games, which shout out. They have some like notes in there. Got to see Mario get 2 goals and 3 assists, and Jani Laukkanen. But yeah, the best channel. I want to watch the entire 03 Ducks run, but games 2 and 3 of that series against Detroit are nowhere to be found. The video game 4 that series is in Russian. Yeah, that's the problem. We need people like this guy who used to be Surge72 and then changed to All About Hockey. He's going more mainstream. He, I think, the only is now tucked down. He, I think, just records basically everything that comes on the NHL Network as like a classic game and throws it up on YouTube, which is God's work, truly. And he'll sometimes upload things twice, which can be confusing. It's so cool that he does this. He, I'm sure, gets basically nothing out of it, other than my respect and admiration. Is this who he's subscribed to? That's also in Russian. Okay. Pig dog video. Yes, yeah, pig dog video with the Palestine flag. Yeah. Yeah, he posts the. Yeah. I don't know who's watching NHL Network regularly. Not me, unfortunately. Maybe if I had it, but even when I would go to like a hotel and be like, "This is so sick! They have the NHL Network. I'm gonna be watching that." And it's like, oh, they got through all 10 games that were on here, like all 10 games that played tonight. Like there's nothing else going on here. Yeah, here he is, NHL playoff archive. And he gives to the children in Gaza. What a cool guy. But yeah, he posts like even older stuff. The NHL Network's #1 customer. Final Coyotes game saved on my Rogers box. No idea how to... Yeah, there's a way to do that kind of thing. But I have no idea how to do that. But... that channel and message is so good. You're right, yeah. Yeah, he posts a ton of stuff. Or she, I don't know. Or they, who knows? I don't know you, NHL Playoff Archive. But this channel posts a ton of like old stuff. I don't know how they got it. Backup page. Oh wait, the Goat Pig Dog is backup page. Was it on here? Oh, there's the pig dog. Pig Dog's just posting anything. Who the hell is watching the Loyola Ramblers versus St. Bonaventure? Ben Roethlisberger's final game at Heinz Field. Wow. He does all sports. Okay. The XFL. He's covering his bases. Just the pregame for the... But, like, this is the kind of thing I'm looking at, though. Random MTV reality shows from the late 90s. Yeah, this guy's sick. Is he subscribed to anybody? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, we gotta go back to Sportsnet to see what's going on. Six 3 Canadians. Wow. Wow. That puts a smile on my face. They're easy to root for. Yeah, yes, Connor, that's exactly my, like, that's why I make, part of why I make the videos that I make is because my, like, intro to really beyond surface level hockey fandom was the Penguins 1992 Stanley Cup Champions video, which was so cool. It covered every team. I loved it. I loved it. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, hold on. It just a wide admiration for the South. Huh? No! Stop it! Yeah, I had a fun fact, Matt. I had a, I recorded the second... It was the first thing that I ever recorded. My dad was big into recording stuff on VHS tapes, so my parents' house is filled with a bunch of VHS tapes. So I could probably upload a couple games. Like, I have, like, Gretzky's last game, and I think I have the Mario comeback game and stuff like that. Though I'm sure those are on YouTube. But yeah, Stars 1999. That's awesome. But yeah, I recorded the second and third periods of Game 7 from the 2006 Cup Final, because I think it was too late for me to stay up. I'd have been 8 years old. So I recorded that and brought it on the houseboat vacation that my family went on. And, like, I was like, guys, hold on. I gotta put on the second and third periods of this game that happened 3 weeks ago. And nobody else really wanted to watch it. But I liked it. Yeah, that's, okay. Yeah, Hitch has a wide admiration for the South, particularly Robert E. Lee, but so far, the only greatcoat he's worn is that of Union Blue, as a self-described grunt. He loves reenacting. After his first visit to Gettysburg in 1990. Who goes to Gettysburg and is like, man, I wish the South would have won? You psycho. Rogers Bucks, by previous PBR, had So many recordings on it that we couldn't say. Yeah, that happened to my dad with his last DVR. He was pretty upset about that. Oh, you know what? We'll watch Frantisek Caberlet rip home a... Here you are, Frank. I think this is the right one. Oh no, this is on the power. It's him in a reenactment. I have to. Is this 1999 Stars Cup Champion DVD? I will be. Where are you? It is 202,000 views. Wow. I wish. I think that's the amount of views I have on my channel.
Breakaway showtime. He scores!
Is it this part? No. Where are you?
You're gonna win 1-0. The Dallas.
Frank Caberlet could really play. 1409. Okay. There he is. I'll once again mute my end. There they are. So that I can listen to it. But okay. So click over this. All right.
Textbook performance by Ken Hitchcock's team.
Not only does Ken Hitchcock coach by the books, he also takes lessons from them. A student of U.S. history, this Canadian-born Civil War buff has a passion for and participates in battle reenactments.
I use it in the terms of unifying our group. If we stay tight together, if we stay focused within our own group, and we are willing to sacrifice for each other off and on the ice, then good things can come. Just take the puck, boys. Just take it and let's play.
He's tried to send that message to us. There's always little messages on the board and around our locker room.
Get up, get up.
He's never played the game of hockey, but I think that's where he gets a lot of his adrenaline type of rushes.
I think the great NHL coach would be Robert Ely. He was a guy that could win any battle, any time, any terrain, and he didn't need to have the most amount of soldiers. The generals and the commanders of the armies expected a tremendous amount of commitment and sacrifice from their group. Their discipline and their firmness of command, their firmness of direction, really help them in times of crisis. And that's what I take from my involvement.
He lights things perfect.
Gotta take the middle away.
That is so funny. Why is he... Like you said, he's Canadian. What? I mean, it's still funny to make fun of him, but... Man... You know who would have been a great hockey coach? Just Robert E. Lee. That is such a good find, dude. I may have to like pull that into Premiere and clip that and put it on Twitter or something, because that's so funny. Wow, what a find. Yeah, I mean, listen, Ken Hitchcock is I'm not surprised by that. Like, what was his was it? Yeah, I mean, I think it was Pat Burns who said all that weird homophobic stuff. Like, that kind of sucks, but I mean, he's dead, so what are you going to do about that? Hey, What's Hitch up to these days? Just happily retired? He's gotta be. Yeah, born in 51. What's that make him? 74? Almost 74, 73?
He said homophobic and I just got a drag queen ad.
Oh, nice. Wow. Is that... There's Steve White practicing with the Wings in 1997. I might have to take the time to watch through this video. Was he reading, like... What books? Was he reading Shelby Foote's Civil War documentary? Like, his giant Civil War books. I think my dad has these, which people love Civil War books. Hiked up in practice. Thought the mic was in it. It's the name of the site where you can buy games again. I'd like to say that for... That's just... It's as simple as hockeydvds.com. It has a ton of stuff. There have been a couple games that I was really specifically looking for, but unfortunately I could not find them. But they have a lot of stuff. Like this random 72 penalty minute game between the St. Louis Blues and Toronto Maple Leafs. They have a lot from 93. Widely considered the best season of all time. But, yeah. But yeah, he was definitely just like reading a Civil War book and was like, this guy can coach. And like, I mean, look at Darian Hatcher. You're telling me Darian Hatcher couldn't do a rebel yell? That's the face of a guy that's been out in the field. He's writing to his wife that he hasn't seen in 6 months as he gets his foot amputated. Like that's what Darian Hatcher looks like, a Confederate soldier. And like, listen, I mean, he's coaching in Dallas. They're generally they were on that side and all that. But I don't know. How do you go to Gettysburg and you're like, man, one of the ghosts told me that I should... The ghosts are advising me on my hockey coaching. Huh? What? Shout out to him, man. Alright, let's finish out the all-channel team. Is it up? It's up. Okay. So, to recap, we have Hemsky, Allison, and Booth. Steve White is one of the greats because McCarty drops a joke about his wife that hits harder knowing he's going to get... Jeez. That's crazy. That I gotta watch that DVD, man. Alex Hemsky's just a guy that I love. Was one of my favorite Oilers when I covered the Oilers. He's so fun to watch. And I probably overhype him in the Stars video, but, you know. Jason Allison, the big dog who couldn't move, he was so cool. I liked making that video about him. He was really good. David Booth, if he didn't get hurt, he was so awesome. He was so fast, skated so well. If he didn't get hurt, him and Horton were so good. On defense, we have Brian Dumoulin and the Duck from the Guardian Project. The Duck. I'll bring him up here in a second after I show my last goalie, which I said was Jimmy Howard, but in reality, it should be Chris Beckford. So that's it. That's the current all-channel team. They're good. They're going in the Channel Hall of Fame. This is like a little mini Channel Hall of Fame. Jimmy Howard can also go in. I'm writing him in white accidentally. Bang. Jimmy Howard's in too. This is the current Channel Hall of Fame. I will sporadically add more people, but that's who's in for right now. Alright, what was I gonna do? Alright. Well, it's starting to get a little late, so let's do, I don't know, one more thing, and then we'll... The rig is on the third lane. Yeah. The rig. We're putting the rig on there. Alright, so let's switch back over. Come on. Gosh danged thing. You can do it, OBS. You can do it. Switch. Yeah. Man, Pascal Leclerc does deserve some time. Oh. Doug McClain. Doug McClain was the... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Very cool. Impressive like to viewer ratio. What, on this stream or just in general? Dominated one game in 2010 playoffs and then continued to suck. Yeah, Pascal Leclerc is one of the most frightening goalies I've ever seen. He was flailing constantly. I asked him about Pascal, and he told me a story. They had an off-season meeting with the trainer, and he told the team doc telling Doug Pascal's knees were like the worst he'd ever seen. Yeah, he had 2 years, and that happened to Antero Niittymaki, who was like 26, and his hips were gone. He tried to come back, he backed up once. One year he was scheduled to be the Flyers 1B starter, but his one labrum in his hip was gone, and he just decided, I'm gonna just play anyway, with my hip labrum obliterated, and he played anyway, and his hips were never the same, and he had to retire. He could barely move. He had to get double hip replacement or something like that. Alright, let's do the grid. Let's go to our friends at Puck Doku. Let's do one grid. And then we'll... What the hey here, friends? 50 assists for the Calgary Flames. There are a few obvious answers. Theo Fleury comes to mind. Joe Nieuwendyk comes to mind. Oh, you know what? You know who it should be? And I think he got it. It's Hawk and Lube. Hawk and Lube. Heroes of Calgary, a pack of yeah, but we got Hawk and Lube. A guy that I did not know existed for much of my life. Yeah, Hawk and Lube. Yeah, HAKANLOOB, Hawk and Lube. He was in the league for 4 years, all in his prime. Yeah, well, he's Swedish. Okay, now, I'm trying to think who would be... You gotta cut it a little thin here, you know? He also told me about Zherdev. Said he brought in Mentor to give Zherdev. Sergey walked into Doug's... There's no hope for that. Yeah, that makes sense. Kent Nilsson, which square? I don't know off the top of my head. Who's a good flyer for him? AC Heroes of New Hampshire. Yeah, listen, I think the old Rangers, they brought back Chris Drury, which is a decision that they could have made, you know? I think it is one of the decisions. Or chronic underachieving? I don't know. Ken Nelson. Bang. That'll work. That'll work. That'll do. Well, see, we have to flip it a little bit so that we have Hawk and Lube in the higher one, because people aren't expecting old HL to be that high. Oh, who? He played for the Atlanta Flames. He was like a Penguin for a long... Didn't Pronovo? Scott Stevens was good with the Caps. He put up a ton of points with them. I bet you he got 40 assists. He did. Suter. Which one? We got a lot of them. Gary. Yeah, right. Let's do Gary Suter. Bang. I like that. I like that. We have a lot of criminals in here. Ken Linsman. Wow. I'm liking this so far. Yeah, Gary, of course. Sorry. I don't know why that slipped my mind for a second. 50 assists capital. The obvious is like Adam Oates or Jaromir Jagr, I think, got 50. Just looked it up, and Stevens had 61 assists. He put up a lot of points when he was young. I should have put him in the 50-plus assists. 30-plus assist flyer. Oh, do any of them have it this year? Just Konechny, I guess, this year. There's a Reese's ad down here. Sorry, Reese's. Nick Backstrom hit it. I'm afraid too many people will say that, though. Because he had 100 points the one year. Who? Oh, what's that guy? The guy I saw in the... Jeff Halpern. Did he ever have 30 assists? Speaking of GM, should be... I don't know. I don't mind Dubas. I think he's okay. Oh, Dylan Strome. I like the idea of Dylan Strome. I do... No, well, he said Ryan, but Dylan's the one who's currently playing for them. Daryl Sittler. He probably hit at least 30. Who was I just thinking of? No, you threw off my train of thought. It had nothing to do with Dylan Strome in this occasion.
Sorry.
It's okay. Alright. Oh, who was the capital that I was just... Oh, Joe Juno. Joe Juno. He got 100 points. Well... 100 or 99, I forget. No, I think it was 100. Joe Juno. Dale Hunter. Let's throw him in there. Peter Bondra. I wonder if fewer people would say Dale Hunter or Peter Bondra. Because I'm sure Peter Bondra got 30. I feel like too mane people would think of Dale Hunter. Let's do Peter Bondra. I should have gone with Dale Hunter. Fine. 30 assists with the Flyers. Who was like a good power play quarterback for them? I think Rod the Bod for the Flyers. Let's do that. Let's throw Rod in there. Let's do him for 40. I'm sure he got 40. He had plenty of points with them. The guy who is coming to my mind is Shane Gostisbehere. Tony DeAngelo. Did he reach 30? Let's try it. It's worth a try. Bang. Let's go. Sittler at exactly 40. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. That went pretty well. The best game pulled out. Who is Crossman? Damon Lanko at 40? Wow. Victor Kozlov's a good pull. Can we do the old ones? I guess we have to go to the... Let's go to Hockey Reference. We'll do a... Odds identical, goals, and then... Yeah. Alexander Picard. Was he a Penguin for a second? There he is. He had a... Wow. He was one of the guys... If you were here at the beginning of the stream, you saw Jason Woolley's picture. Alexander Picard had a similar picture in NHL 2008, where he was, like, weirdly flattened. Alright. Let's go to the Immaculate Grid. I guess I'll click on the baseball one. I'm so bad at the baseball one, it makes me sad. Okay. Hall of Fame, Hurricane, Hall of Fame, Islander, Hall of Fame, Devil. Steve Ruchin's second picture. Alright, fine. I'll look at that real quick. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong, Steve. Oh. I didn't even know you could do that. He's looking into my eyes. He's scaring me. He's scaring the children. For who is who? Who's Zach Bagans? Oh, the guy for Ghost Adventures? Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure. If he asked. Yeah, I mean, I'd leave him a will call ticket. Again, if he asked, I'd say, yeah, sure, man. You were on Ghost Adventures. All right, so Mr. America Picard because he won the. Okay. Oh wow, I did not know that the Norfolk Admirals were built like that. Mark Howe. Okay. Well, I hope that count. I hope the Whalers count. It should. It does. Okay. So that's a good start with Mark Howe. Islanders, I think of our friend Bobby Lou as a guy who didn't play for the team for that long but was a Hall of Famer. I'm thinking of other people who stopped in for like a cup of coffee, but like they're... Chara was an Islander for a little while. But they're like best players in like the 2000s. Where like Maru Zurkowski and Ziggy Palffy, who were fine, but Ziggy Palffy was really good, but he's not a Hall of Famer. Let's go with Roberto. Char stopped in there again late in his career, so I feel like people would remember that. A Kane and a Predator. Boy. I'm trying to think. Patrick Eaves, Kane Duck. Patrick Eaves was a Kane? I've looked at his hockey reference page so many times recently, I am amazed by the fact that he was a Hurricane. Of course, Niedermeyer for the Duck Devil, but... Palat, Johnson, Killorn. Okay, so it had a bunch of triplets and was coached by John Cooper. Okay, yeah, that tracks. Who stopped into the Devils for like a second? Yager. Yager was a devil for a little bit. Can we do better than Yager? Scott Stevens is too obvious. Niedermeyer's too obvious. Who's in the Joe Corvo trade? Sure. Only played there for 15 or so games. Yeah. Patrick Eaves had a lot of, he had a lot of concussions. That poor guy had got shot in the head multiple times in his career, which is amazing that he kept going and then had a career year at like 33. Pretty cool. I don't know why Kane Predator is like sticking in my craw. I don't know why this layout of teams, it's a lot of teams that I've not done videos on, so I don't have like a big oh, of course. Oh yeah. Did Nino play for Nino was a Kane Predator? I know Oli was. Let's go Oli. No, wait. Oh, yeah, Oli was Islanders Predators. Sorry, I almost made a mistake. Yusi was a Kane, but not a Predator. Oli. Nino. Where are we putting Nino? Because I can't... Was Nino a Predator Islander? Yeah, Nino got traded from the Preds to the Jets. Scott Walker. Wait, Eric Howla? When was Eric Howla a Predator? Scott Walker. Let's go Scott Walker. Because I know that's right. Wow, and that's 6% for Scott freaking Walker. Eric Howla was a Predator the COVID year? That's crazy. Hold on, I gotta look this up. I'm not cheating or anything, but I just want to see when he was a... Oh man, he was. What was he doing there? I have no recollection of that. Oh, Rob for Duckstead. I bet Rob's a good answer. Let's do Rob. I don't know why I thought that just Rob would turn that up. Rob. Yeah, Dan Kexmer. Sure. Hall of Fame. I kind of want to go Yager. I don't know if a lot of people remember that. What? Oh, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. You idiot. Oh, man. You moron. What a fool I am. That's discouraging. Duck Islander. Did JF Berube play for the Ducks? Why do I feel like JF Berube played for the Ducks? I don't think he did, but I'm putting him in because I already blew the thing. He did not. What a fool. Palmieri. Okay. Alright, we'll do one more and then we'll go to bed. Kane's tied to Devils. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they probably could. I feel like they probably could waive the waiting period for Yogs. But... boy. That made me feel dumb. Alright. Let's do this random one from... We'll do the one from 420. What? Easter. Yeah, from Easter. Okay. So. What did Freddie Anderson do? A crime? Hold the minute, Freddie. I love playoff Freddie. Dan Ham Hughes. I always forget he's a re-entry guy. There just aren't that many re-entry guys, like especially that make it into the league. Gostad. Who's that guy that I crap on a bunch? Anders Lindbach. Yeah. Bogo Sabres Lightning. Oh, dang, I already pulled Lindback. Yeah, they love shot quantity, you know? Oh, Marty Brodeur. 37% on the Blues. Geez, a lot of Devils fans remembering that, huh? I don't think of a lot of trades back and forth between the Preds and Blues, but Corey Schneider. I'm just trying to complete this. I want it to be right. After that last one that I got it wrong. That's wild. Yeah, I didn't realize they were that susceptible to, because they always have kind of crappy finishing, you know, which is just a byproduct of when you go for a bunch of quantity of chances. Blues, Lightning. You know what? I'm trying to get it right. I'll do Pat Maroon. Everybody's going to do Pat Maroon. But it's okay. I'm just trying to get it right. Right. Yes. Those are in the playoffs. Chris Mason played for the Blues. Do we know? Chris Mason, I call to you. They're an expected goals team too. They have a ton of expected goals and Corsi, so they get the chances. Mark Bergevin. Wow, nice pull. Oh, Taylor Hall was a Devil and a Sabre. What a run he had. It's down to you. Oh! Of course. Paul Correa. Not my best as far as rarity is concerned, but you know what? I'm kind of surprised that Dan Hamhuis is the most popular there. But you know what? I'm glad that I got it. Who would have been the best pull for the Preds one? And Blue. Oh, of course, Ryan O'Reilly, sure. which of these would I have thought of? Jason Arnott, I probably could have gotten if I sat on... Oh, yeah, Ryan Suter's a blue right now. Bergevin is an under... interesting. Good. He wasn't in the league that long. Carter Hutton. Yeah, okay. And Chris Mason was a blue. I should have said him. When was he a blue? He was a blue and a Predator in the same season? In 2015? Yeah, I think Markstrom's kind of past his expiration date, unfortunately. I don't believe in that Devils team at all. Oh, Dave Andrewchuk, sure. Alright, well, I guess I should probably call it quits. I gotta go do my real job in the morning, so hooray. I gotta serve the good folks their food. Woo! But yeah, so I'll probably hop off here, my friends. I was glad to have y'all here. We have a lot of fun. I've said this. I said this last stream, but I got to get back into streaming again. I've had a. Are you a big boss? Yeah, I was. I'm not a chef. I'm a server, unfortunately. So. I'm not. I'm not like. I'm not good at doing things like small things quickly. That's not a strength that I have. So, Bergevin chucks the puck into his... Yeah, that's right. Want to get back and say I've got an EA NHL franchise mode in the background. I got you not a kid just created... Yeah, okay. Real quick, before I get off, this guy just mentioned Greg Jacquezie. I have a guy who's named Jacquezie on my EA NHL franchise. Where the hell did they get that name? I tried to look it up. There's nobody named Jacquezie. There's nobody even on Elite Prospects named Jacquezie. Where'd they get Jacquezie? Anyway. But yeah, so I was glad to get to stream with y'all. I'm hoping to someday, now that I just drafted NHL Rod Ramer. That's great. That's so sick. I'm hoping to, since the EA NHL games are on Game Pass, so I can force my friends who don't watch hockey to play EA NHL with me. I should do like a stream where I play the EA SHL with them. Like, I think that'd be funny. Because my friends are enjoyable. And then I could still answer hockey questions and stuff. But we'll see. But yeah. Thanks for coming by, guys. I had a lot of fun. Hazel's here on the ground. That's Hazel. She grunted. That's it. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I like I said, I like streaming. I'm hoping to stream some more in the future. But I'll catch y'all on the flip side. See y'all. Bye bye. Oh, and Sydney says bye. Yeah. Bye.